In a row, the Oklahoma City Thunder pick up a player while not sending one back in the deal. The Thunder have salary cap space, so they're bringing in contracts. Patty Mills been solid for a long time. He's the latest. According to Woj at ESPN, the Thunder are acquiring the Australian three-point specialist from the Rockets, and Brooklyn just traded him yesterday to Houston. It's a three-team trade with Grizzlies and Rockets. The Thunder will pick up an undisclosed draft pick or two for taking in Mills. Patty's set to make just under $7 million this season, the last year on his current contract.
Their first reported move came late on Friday. Miami sending Victor Oladipo to the Thunder for draft compensation. Victor is on the mend right now after injuring his knee in the playoff series against the Bucks back in April. Miami, they needed some salary freedom, so OKC takes in his $9 million contract. He's expected to miss most of next season. Victor suited up for the Thunder in the 16-17 season, then traded to Indy in the Paul George trade.
Hate to see another knee injury for him. The Thunder add a forward, too. Jack White, a rookie last year for the Nuggets, taking time away from the band. Played extremely well for their G League team, saw action in 17 games for Denver. Shams Charania of The Athletic reports it's a two-year contract with the Thunder. It's clear this is a player Oklahoma City targeted and kept tabs on while he was in Denver.
There's more. The biggest move they made over the last 3 days. He's coming over to play. Micic agrees to a 3-year contract with the Thunder worth just under $27 million, 29 years old. Reportedly wants to play on a winner. Oklahoma City took a major step up this past season, so I would imagine he saw that and got with his representative and said, let's give the NBA a try.
Well, it's not just about who needs his skill set. It's also about how he can fit in with who they have. And he sees a core of young players that are all able to play different positions, backcourt and kind of a small forward. You know, I'm sure he's looking at SGA and going, oh, boy, I'd love to team up with him. What he does do, as you know, Steve, Micic is a tremendous three-point shooter, 40% last year. He's a winner. He also can really share the basketball. And if you go back, I wish that we would have seen more video of him and Nikola Jokic playing together back in Serbia, back in 2014, because they obviously have some similar skills, although he's much smaller than
you said it, though. He is a winner. He has won overseas, and so he brings that winning pedigree to the Oklahoma City Thunder, this young Thunder roster. I don't think he's going to be starting, but he could definitely fill in for SGA or Lou Dort when those guys take a breather this season. No one's playing all 82 games, but I really like this guy coming off the bench. He can spark, he can create his own shot, and I didn't realize it. You know, look at all the highlights on YouTube. They're always great, but some of the passes he made over the last couple of years have been impressive. So he's right up there with Josh Giddey in my mind when it comes to passes. So a great pickup by the Thunder. This will help them win games next year.
Especially if you still don't have the big size that you play the high ball screen off of. You have to spread the floor, and you have to be able to share the basketball. 6'5", he can shoot it, and he can share it. Shoot it and share it instead of 3 and D. The roster getting bigger by the day. You see SGA, Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, who's up, what, 18 pounds now, I believe. Micic, Case Wallace, drafted out of Kentucky. Isaiah Joe, who could knock down shots from the outside. Kenrich Williams and Jalen Williams, the Arkansas Williams. Patty Mills, Oladipo, Jack White, Trey Mann, Aaron Wiggins, Poku, Ousmane Dieng, JRE, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, that may still be in flux here, too. Davis Bertans, we talked about him last week, and Keontae Johnson out of Kansas State drafted, and he's on a two-way contract. Okay, Steve, that's a lot of guys. How do they get down to 15?
Well, the good thing is at the moment they don't have to worry about it right now. Just focus on Summer League and see what develops there. They have until the start of the season to get down to size at 15 players. Competition will be fierce at training camp if everyone is on board with the Thunder at that point in late September. They didn't re-up Lindy's contract. I hope Waters gets a chance with another team. He can knock down the three. He just got caught up in a numbers crunch, and there's going to be a few guys caught up in that. Interested to see what they do with Oladipo. They could try to move him at the trade deadline if he's healthy, rooting for him. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, another one with Jack White on board. Perhaps they will try to trade JRE before the season starts. But they have a lot of options, and a lot of good options.
I think somebody's going to give Lindy Waters a long look, too. He played well while he was in there.